Hi, I'm Chef Lou Swartz, and today we're going to be making Hollandaise sauce. And you can get this recipe online on my website at www.loopdelou.com. We'll give that to you a little later on in the show. Just going to explain to you exactly what we have here as far as ingredients are concerned. We have a little bit of clarified butter right here, half a lemon, a little warm water. What the warm water is going to do is when we're whisking our egg yolks, it's going to kind of loosen it up a little bit. We don't want this to get too thick at any single point. Cayenne pepper, some salt, and of course our egg yolks. Now, our lovely camera lady is going to step aside over here and follow the egg yolks as they take their trip on top of our double boiler here. You'll notice there's just enough water in there, about an inch worth of water at the bottom of the pot here. And it's on a nice low simmer. We're going to put our egg yolks over top. We have 3 egg yolks, and we're basically just going to start whisking this together. It's going to start to get a little lighter in color, a lot thicker than what we have here. I'm going to add in a splash of water, a little warm water, kind of get it going. And as we whisk, we want to remove the bowl from the double boiler. We don't want it to get too hot. If that happens, your eggs are going to scramble in here. We definitely don't want that. So we lift it up, we release that little puff of steam right there, and put it right back on and continue whisking here. This will take a few minutes to really whip up here. What we want to do is whip this to what they call the ribbon stage. So when we take the whisk out and kind of let this all drizzle down, you'll notice it starts holding its shape. So we want it as thick as possible without scrambling it. You can see it starts to get a little warm over on that one edge. That's fine. We could always turn down the heat on our double boiler there. Let that go. Longer as I keep the bowl moving. Just keep whisking away. Now, if you skip the gym today, you're going to get your workout whisking here. So when you get done making your hollandaise, you earned your hollandaise sauce at the end. As you can see, it's starting to get nice and thick. Just kind of whisk back and forth. We're just about there. You can see it's really starting to hold its shape now. And we'll call that done. As you can see, really starting to hold its shape there. Now, we're going to take this off the heat and we're going to add in our nice warm clarified butter. Like I said, we'll give you the whole recipe for this online so you can make this at home. We're just going to slide this out of the way. We're going to take a nice little damp towel that we have here. We're going to just kind of form a nice little circular hold for that, and the bowl's going to sit right inside of there. That's going to hold the bowl nice and steady. So when you start adding in your clarified butter, it doesn't go rocking and rolling all around the table here. So lemon, we want to add in a nice squeeze of lemon, and depending on what you're using this for, you can add a little bit or a lot of it. We're using this recipe this weekend to teach a Zoom class, and we're going to be making flat iron veal Oscar. So it's gonna have a little crab meat into there. So we might want to add a little bit more acidity to it to kind of give it a little bit more lemon flavor to kind of go with the crab meat and everything else like that. So it'll be really, really good. But if you're making it for eggs, you want to have a little bit of acidity in there, not too much. As you can see, that loosened it up a little bit, just fine. Our clarified butter is nice and hot. And we're just gonna start whisking that in nice and slowly. So let it drizzle in nice and slow. You don't wanna add it in too fast. If at any point in time, you notice it starts getting too thick, by all means, add a little bit of the warm water. We're only gonna use half of this butter. I made a double batch of this. We're gonna make it later on. You can obviously make your clarified butter ahead of time, day or two ahead of time, and then just re-warm it when you're ready to make your hollandaise sauce. So you notice it's nice and thick. If it gets a little bit thicker than this, we're going to add a little bit splash of that warm water, which we're just about there. Splash of warm water, loosen it up. And we're just about there. There is the base. Now we're gonna add a little salt and the cayenne pepper to this. So you can see it's nice and thick. A couple of shakes of cayenne pepper. And we have a little bit of kosher salt. Whisk that all up into there. You see how that's nice, tight, thick. It's not broken. It's nice and super thick. Holds its shape. Beautiful. Nice and thick and beautiful. So if you're making this for poached eggs, or like I said, for veal Oscar, or whatever Oscar you're gonna use it for, perfectly fine. That's exactly what you want. And that is the base of your hollandaise sauce. If you're making béarnaise, there'll be a tarragon reduction in there, etc. and so forth. But this is right here, is your mother sauce, your hollandaise. Beautiful, nice and thick. Make this last minute before anything else, before you serve your food. It will hold for about an hour or so. Keep it in a warm area. Try to put it in a warm water bath, but don't let it get too hot. If it gets too hot, it'll shatter, break, then you have to refix it. Or if it gets too cold, same thing. It'll just thicken up and tighten up and break that way too. So either way, you just kind of keep an eye on it, keep it warm, and make it last minute. And once again, we'll put this on our website at www.loopdeloo.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to send us a text, email, or just do the old-fashioned way and pick up your phone and give me a call. Thanks.